Wow, what did I just watch, guys? Dragon Ball Daima episode 19 was insane. The best Daima episode so far without a shadow of a doubt. And I'm sure all the Daima haters will be crawling out of the woodwork now. Goku, Vegeta and gang have been turned back into adults. Your wish has been granted. No pun intended. So yeah, I'm sure as you all expected, Glorio's wish was to turn Goku and gang back into adults. And may I just say, I never knew I missed them in their adult forms until I saw them get turned back into adults, because they just look way cooler in this state. And I mean, the way it was animated was just amazing. The art styles were just crazy in this episode, guys. An episode titled Betrayal because ultimately Glorio did betray Arinsu. And you know, a part of me actually felt kind of bad for Arinsu, man. She was just left there with her arms hanging in the air, left disappointed. And we get a little bit of backstory on Arinsu and Glorio's relationship. She stated that she saved Glorio from Demon World 1. And Glorio did feel bad about it as well, but clearly he just felt compelled to help out his friends and wish them back into adults. And I did expect Arinsu to react with like more anger and disappointment, but she was a bit casual about it and just ultimately said, you know what, it is what it is, you're fired now, get out of here, kind of thing. It was kind of similar to when, you know, Majin Ku failed to defeat Tamagami 1 and she was just like, you're useless, you're fired, kind of thing. So Glorio leaves Arinsu, goes over to Goku and gang and gets welcomed with open arms. You know, everybody thanks him, shows their appreciation for his wish. But with all that aside, it's now back to tackling the main threat, that is King Gomah. And they decide that since they're back to their adult bodies, they can go back to fighting one-on-one. And of course Vegeta states that it's his turn to fight. And as he steps up, he even tells the others, you lot better not get involved. And I think that's kind of a reference to the previous episode when, you know, Goku's fighting Gomah and then everybody's trying to assist him. So Vegeta's like, nah, I'm not having any of that. Anybody gets involved, I'm taking you lot out. So Vegeta was serious here. So he steps up and surprisingly, he starts off in base form. And when I saw this, I thought, this is kind of stupid. I mean, in the previous episode, Goku lost as Super Saiyan 4, so I'm thinking, why are you fighting him in base form, man? And I mean, none of these attacks are really working, but surprisingly, it seems like they were kind of stalemating each other. I would have expected him just to get slapped in his base form, but then Vegeta makes a statement saying, okay, it seems like I've got used to my adult body now. So that's why he was fighting in base. And then he transforms into Super Saiyan 3, and my god, this looked amazing. Way better than how he looked as a kid. Like Vegeta in Super Saiyan 3 in his adult form just looks 10 times better than as he was as a kid, which I expected. And yeah, we get to see a really sick fight. You know, he's really giving Gomah the hands, doing great damage. And I was actually thinking that maybe Vegeta can defeat Gomah in his Super Saiyan 3 form, because it's clear that they were extremely nerfed, you know. Even though they'd all gotten used to fighting in their kid bodies, it's evident here that they're way stronger as adults. But even though Vegeta was slapping around Gomah, it seems like none of these attacks were really leaving any long-lasting damage. You know, we can see that he was taking initial damage, he was getting hurt, but then he would just bounce back, you know, just like in the previous episodes. We also saw like an insane beam clash with Vegeta and Gomah. Vegeta lets off a final flash and Gomah lets off this huge mouth beam, and Vegeta wins the beam clash, but then Gomah just bounces back like it's nothing. So Gomah just looking unstoppable with that third eye, man. And Goku, Piccolo, etc., they're noticing just how broken Gomah is, stating that, you know, he's not fatiguing at all, he's not taking any long-lasting damage. And I was literally thinking to myself, you guys all know where he's getting his power from. So I'm thinking, why has nobody tried to like shoot like a beam at the third eye or try to rip it out of his forehead or something, you know? Like logically you think that's what they target, since they know that that's where he's getting his strength from. Even though that wouldn't have worked, because we do find out something interesting later. Arinsu mentions that she remembered that King Arbora used to take the third eye out sometimes and put it back in. And she asks Majin Ku to go fetch this magical book, which implied that maybe the solution to how they can remove the third eye would be found in there. And you know, the fight's going on. Vegeta is just getting hugely fatigued. Goku even mentions that he can't see him sustaining his Super Saiyan 3 form any longer, but Majin Ku brings the book back and he helps Arisu to find a page which lets them know how he can remove the third eye from the user. So they go over to Goku and gang and tell them that to remove the eye from the user, you need to hit them at the back of their head 3 times in quick succession. Seems pretty simple, right? So then Goku and Piccolo discuss between each other how they would do this. After all, it's not going to be easy just to get behind Gomah and hit him in the back of the head 3 times in quick succession, you know. And at the same time, they're worried about interrupting Vegeta's fight. You know, Goku even asked Vegeta why he was all tired. He even reverted back to his base form as well. So he lost his Super Saiyan 3 transformation. He's still fighting. So he asked Vegeta if he's ready for Goku to lend a hand. But of course, Vegeta refuses. So then his loving wife Bulma steps up and says that she'll take care of this. So she steps forward and shouts out to Vegeta, tries to convince him to let the others help. Vegeta's not having it, but then she says the standout line of the episode, maybe of the series, and she threatens Vegeta and states that if you don't step down and let the others help, that she's not going to take any more baths with Vegeta. And then the stunned look on Vegeta's face was just hilarious. So Vegeta stops fighting, dashes back down to the ground at light speed, and says, alright, you guys can take over. So clearly Vegeta really cherishes his one-to-one intimate moments with his wife Bulma. Maybe even more than fighting. So Goku and Piccolo are ready to put their plan in motion. Goku approaches Gomah with the intent to distract him, and Piccolo hides behind some rocks. And Goku's distraction technique is to power up into all these Super Saiyan 4s. Yes, a clear reference to the Buu arc when Goku was demonstrating all of these forms to Majin Buu. We got the same thing here. Goku goes Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3, and I mean the animation is just insane, bro. Probably the best animation we've seen in Daima so far. It was crazy. And you know what, I thought that Super Saiyan 3 would be his last transformation that he goes into, given the fact that his Super Saiyan 3 form was really drawn out, but no, he goes Super Saiyan 4 as well, and this was crazy. Right before he fully transformed, he literally rips his shirt off and then transforms into Super Saiyan 4. Insane, and it looked so crazy, so cool, way better than in his kid form, 10 times better than he looked in his kid form. You know, I was slightly on the fence about the design of Goku's new Super Saiyan 4 transformation when we saw it in the previous episode, but in his adult body it looks amazing, guys. Even with the huge monkey hands, he still looks cool. And that is where the episode leaves off, guys. I mean, just talking about it is making me want to go back and watch it again, because this was a peak Dragon Ball episode, guys. The group got turned back into adults, which I'm sure we were all calling for. Don't get me wrong, I did find it really funny and cute with the group being kids at times, but it just got to the point where I was just kind of over it. So yeah, happy it's happened now. You know, I actually thought it might have happened in the final episode, but no, we got it a little sooner than that. And in the next episode's preview, we see Goku in his Super Saiyan 4 form shooting this key blast at Gomah, which I'm assuming is going to be a distraction for Piccolo then to attack Gomah. After all, Goku did state that he's kind of on his last legs, you know, he's really fatigued right now, so there's no way there's going to be like a long thought out battle between Goku and Gomah at this point. It's all about distracting him and then trying to remove the evil third eye. Really happy that Piccolo's going to be playing a big part in helping to defeat the final villain, by the way, so it's not just a Goku and Vegeta involved. And at this point, I think it's pretty clear that we're not going to get a Goku and Vegeta fusion. Sorry guys, with one episode left, that's just not gonna happen. I guess they just teased us with those fusion bugs for nothing. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Did you enjoy it as much as I did? Don't tell me you've got some negatives about this episode, because I can't find anything negative to say about this episode, other than if you're a big Vegeta fan like me and you wanted him to get the W. But other than that, 10 out of 10 episode, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed my review, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.